for meeting babies' special nutritional needs through the years has made Gerber Baby specialists.
It's the face that launched 1 billion spoons.
Big fight.
The little cherub with the chubby cheeks and sparkling eyes is known as the Gerber Baby, seen on shelves in 63 countries. But what many people don't realize is that face wasn't the idealized creation of some clever advertising executive. It's a portrait of a real baby, and her name is Ann Turner Cook.
I always had that expression with my mouth hanging open, kind of a quizzical expression.
Now 87, she was just a few months old when a Connecticut neighbor, artist Dorothy Hope Smith, made a sketch of her from a photo similar to this, and in 1928 entered it in a contest held by a canning company looking for a baby to advertise its new product. When did you realize that you were the Gerber Baby?
Well, when I was very young, I probably was about 3 years old, when Mother pointed out the baby food jar and said that was my picture. And I thought it was quite a lovely thing.
It's everybody's idea of the perfect baby.
The original pencil sketch is treated like a holy relic at Gerber headquarters in Fremont, Michigan. Marilyn Knox is CEO. Do you think it's possible that this picture really had a role in the success of the company?
There's little doubt. You don't even have to have the word Gerber on it. That face is honored as we're doing the best for our child.
No wonder the face is carved in stone near the main entrance. But Cook's not the only VIP in this great American success story.
It is the house I grew up in. It looks quite different now. But
Meet Sally Gerber.
my niece is restoring it.
She was just a few months old in 1927 when her mother Dorothy was struggling to make fresh baby food by squishing peas through a sieve.
You know how hard it would be to do that? And my father was in the canning business. He said, we could do that in a minute at the plant. And she said, well, why don't you?
And Gerber Baby Foods was born over the next 85 years, growing into the multi-billion-dollar global behemoth it is today. As for Ann Turner Cook, she became a high school English teacher and is now a great-grandmother. Her famous portrait, a constant source of pride and amusement to her family.
My own children, we'd go through a grocery store and they would point to the Gerber baby food and they'd say, that's my mother's picture, to whoever was walking by. And then I didn't know whether to stop and explain, because it's kind of a complicated story, or just kind of grin and go on,
The artist, Dorothy Hope Smith, reportedly received just a few $100s for her drawing. But in the early 1950s, Ann Turner Cook was compensated for her role in the Gerber saga.
It was enough to make a down payment on a modest house and to buy a first car.
Why do you think people love that sketch so much?
It's because it reminds them of their own babies. Everybody says, my baby or my grandchild looks like the Gerber baby. And it doesn't matter the ethnicity. And I say, yes, I'm sure they do. I can't think of anything nicer than to be a symbol for babies. And that's what I think I became.